Welcome back to Good Day Northern Michigan. The Ideal Theater in downtown Clare is celebrating 2 years since their reopening.
That's right. With community support and help from the Michigan Economic Development Corporation, the historic building has been brought back to life. Here to talk with us about the celebration and the importance of the theater to the community, we've got Lisa and Michelle. Ladies, thanks so much for being here. Good day to both of you.
Morning. Thank you. Good morning.
And I know there's been a lot of love and care put into this theater over the past couple of years. Lisa, just tell me what inspired you to take on this project?
Really was the city of Clare. I grew up here, my whole family grew up here, and when COVID hit, this little theater was closed, and it's always just been such a hub of activity here in the community, and we really didn't want it to stay closed forever. And so something inspired us to just see if we could acquire the theater and see what it would take to bring it back to life. And it just sort of fed on itself and took off. It's been incredible.
Wow.
And the COVID pandemic was really a challenging time for lots of businesses, but I want to say especially for places like theaters, places that were maybe more, optional, so to speak, just those extra, things that maybe people take for granted, or if they're cutting back, and things that you can't go out and do. We couldn't go to a movie, you couldn't go to the theater, you couldn't go to a museum. So it really kind of emphasized how important the theaters are as a place in the community, didn't it?
It really did. And, a lot of those theaters that closed never did reopen. And it's always really sad to drive through a small town and see a shuttered theater. Ours is sort of like its own little lifeblood. It's got, you drive downtown Clare now, you see the lights on the weekend, and you see the crowds outside, and you see a full lobby, and it's like life in the center of town.
And the Michigan Economic Development Corporation was a huge part of, making this possible. Michelle, tell me about your guys' part in really making this happen.
Well, the MEDC's economic development strategy focuses on investing in people, places, and projects. And what we see here with the project in Clare is a perfect example of that type of placemaking work that we want to see and invest in communities throughout Michigan. The theater there, they took a underutilized, long vacant local icon and revitalized it, made it modern so it could be something that Clare residents could enjoy today. And we see the economic impacts of that. People may visit the theater and then take their kids for ice cream, or may make it date night and fit in dinner. So we see that vitality in local community, and also the economic impact that brings by revitalizing an area like Clare.
Michelle, I'm curious what if any restrictions there are on that kind of grant money, because we know a lot of businesses fail in the first year or 2 years. What is there? Is that specifically for revitalization? Is it for salaries and being able to hire people? Are there any checks and balances kind of long term to make sure they're doing what they say they're going to do?
Yeah, so these are performance-based grants or loans, and what we do is partner with communities and developers to help incentivize investments that would not happen otherwise. And so when you have a completed project, there's performance milestones, and we will reimburse for some of those bricks and mortar costs to help repurpose a vacant space and like I said, modernize it and make it something that will contribute to that local vitality that we're looking to see.
And Lisa, being a longtime resident in Clare, what has been the response of, bringing this theater back, the upgrades, revitalizing it, and just making it really the heart of the community again?
Yeah, the response has been incredibly positive. Almost without exception, people who come in, they're blown away by the beauty of the place. They come from out of town many times. So many of them have memories of this place. First date, my grandmother worked there. Someone lived in the apartment upstairs. I mean, it just has this connection to our community. And so being able to build community and build new memories here where all those memories have existed over time has just been a real pleasure. And it's had an incredible following. and incredible support from our patrons and from our community.
I
Lisa,
was just going to say, I just think it's so special to have a theater in your hometown like this to grow up going to and for families. So it's really cool to see how far it's come.
exactly. Lisa, I have a lot more questions for you, but we're out of time. So we're going to just have to have you back again another time.
Yeah, there you go.
I know from the 1930s, now you're going to be coming up on a 100-year mark here pretty soon. So that's exciting too. But Lisa, Michelle, thank you both for being with us here on Good Day. Congrats and keep up the great work there in Clare.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.